Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into a question that every entrepreneur, freelancer or a salesperson has always asked at some point. Should I cold call or should I send a cold email? Because let's be honest, reaching out to strangers is awkward. Whether you're dialing numbers or hitting send button, you are reaching out to strangers that has not invited you. But here's the thing, if you know how to do it and when to do it, it always works. But here's the thing, both methods work if you know how and when to use them. So grab a coffee, get comfortable, and let's dive in. Today we will be talking about pros and cons of cold calling and pros and cons of cold emailing. Section number 1, pros and cons of cold calling. Let's start with pros. The number 1 pro is it's personal. You get to hear your prospect's voice, their reactions, or even their chuckle if you're lucky. Number 2, it's instant feedback. You will know within seconds if your prospect is interested or even if he's gonna hang up on you. So when you're speaking to someone, you always get to know, the conversation is not building up. So I believe if you have been into sales or into cold calls, the first 3 seconds are very crucial, and in the first 15 seconds you can know that either the conversation is going to go ahead or you're going to get a hang up. Number 3, you can build trust fast. When done right, it feels like a conversation, not a sales pitch anymore. This is very important. If you are selling something to your prospect and you try to build his trust, you ask proper questions, then it begins as a conversation. It's not a sales pitch anymore, or it does not sound like that you're reading a prompt in front of your prospect. Now let's talk about cons of cold calling. Number 1, interruptions are not fun. Well guys, nobody likes to be disturbed in their busy schedule. Nobody would love to get off guard when they're playing tennis or even they're in the Zoom meeting. Number 2, rejection is common. Well guys, if you're doing cold calls, be prepared for numerous voicemails, hang-ups, not interested prospects. That's the major part of cold calling. Number 3, hard to scale. Well, you might be making a lot of calls to get in touch with the appropriate prospect until your voice gives out. But if you're thick-skinned, have good energy, I believe cold calling could play a vital role for you. Section number 2, let's talk about pros and cons of cold emailing, because most of us are still live in our inboxes. Let's start with cons. Number 1, it's non-intrusive. Your prospect can get back to you when he's free. He does not have a pressure to get back to you as soon as possible, and this is very reliable and reasonable for your prospect. Number 2, it's scalable. Well, with tools like Lemlist, Mailshake, or Instantly, you can send hundreds and thousands of emails a day. Number 3, it's measurable. You can keep a track of how many clicks, how many replies, or how many opens you had in a day. Sales is all about follow-ups. Let's talk about cons of cold emailing. Well, you might be writing appropriate emails, but the problem is they might get buried or tossed up into spam without a second thought. Number 2, no tone, no voice. You are just another line of text unless you personalize it like a pro. Number 3, it's hard to stand out because everyone is trying to get attention from their prospect. You've got to be really intentional with your subject lines and copy. But when cold emailing works, it actually works. But you have got to be strategic, thoughtful, and keep up with the follow-up. Section number 3, which one works best? Well guys, let's get real. There is no universal winner in cold calling versus cold emailing. I believe it depends on your industry, your offer, and your own personality. For example, if you're in high-ticket B2B services, I believe the first step would be to send them an email and then follow up with a cold call. That way, it could end up really good and you might be able to close the deal. But if you're in recruitment, door-to-door sales, or real estate, I believe cold calling could be more beneficial for you. But if you are introvert and love building automated systems, then cold emailing would be your best friend. Think of it like this. Cold calling would be knocking on someone's door, while cold emailing would be just slipping the paper under it. Both can work, but what matters is how consistent you are in what you're doing. So now I want to hear from you. Have you ever tried cold calling and cold emailing? Which one worked better for you and which one totally flopped? Do leave your story in the comment section, and yes, I read every every single comment on my video. And if this video helped you a lot, do me a favor. Hit the like button, subscribe for more content like this in the future. See you guys in the next video.